Hello, welcome back to the Yoruba class. My name is Dejolaya. I am the creator of Digital Yoruba Literature. And this lesson is based on Digital Yoruba Literature. In the last lesson, I showed you how to make simple statements. How to say, I am this, you are that, is that. So, which is very important. But in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to count. So we're going to be talking about numbers in Yoruba language, numbers. So that if you go to the supermarket or you go to the airport, you want to count money, you will know exactly what to say. So we're going to be talking about numbers in these lessons, how to count. So as normal, like in other cultures, we're going to start counting from one. From one. So if you look here, you will see what is on my screen. There are two sets of values. On the left, there's what we call masculine values. On the right, there are feminine values. So Yoruba has two sets of values that we use to count. We have masculine values, we have feminine values, and I'm going to show you how these two values are used. So let's start from the left. Let's start with the masculine value. So when you say one, Yoruba call it eni, one, eni. But it's also called ikan. Ikan. Most of the time, you will hear ikan. That's how it is pronounced. It's called ikan. So now the number two is eji. 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 Number three, eta. 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 Number four, erin. 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 Number five, arun. 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 That's the way it's pronounced. Number six, efa. Efa. Number seven, eje. Eje. Number eight, jo. 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 Number nine, ẹ̀sán. 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 And 10 is ẹ̀wá. 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 That is 10. Now let's look at the feminine values. They sound the same. It's just that they're a bit stressed. So for example, on the masculine side, we said ikan. On the feminine side, we said okan. Okan. That's the way you pronounce it. Okan. Eji. On the masculine side, on the feminine side, it's eji. Eji. Eta is eta. Eta. Erin is, on the feminine side, is erin. Erin. Arun is arun. Efa is efa. Eje is eje. Eje. Ejo is ejo. Ẹ̀sán is ẹ̀sán. And ẹ̀wá is ẹ̀wá. So on the feminine side, you kind of stress them. You drag that, a, like ẹ̀fà, àrùn. You kind of stress it. That's the way the Yoruba use. So let's go into the next slide, and I will show you. This is we've now counted from 1 to 10. So let's now count from 11 to 19. 11 to 19. As I said, this counting is based on digital Yoruba orthography. Digital Yoruba orthography, which is much more simpler and much more logical to follow. Now, you remember we counted from 1 to 10. Eni, eji, eta, erin, arun, efa, eje, ejo, ẹ̀sán, and ẹ̀wá. Now, if you want to say 11, it's just a slight difference. So you see on this side, now, we are going to let's chase 11. So you can see 11 is from ọ̀kan or from ìkan is ọ̀kànlá, ọ̀kànlá. 12 from èjì is èjìlá. You can see that la. You just have to understand it. That's the way the Yorubas pronounce it. 13 is ẹ̀tàlá. From ẹ̀tàlá, you can see it. And 14 is ẹ̀rìnlá. 15, àrùnlá. 16, ẹ̀fàlá. 17, èjèlá. 18, ẹ̀jọ̀lá. And 19 is ẹ̀sànlá. 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 That's the way it is. That's the way it's pronounced from 11 to 19. So, and for all who are new to digital Yoruba orthography, from this side, it may be very strange to you, but when we go into dating dates, you see the importance of this. But right now, we are going to count from 20. Let's go from 20 to 100. So 20 in Yoruba is Ogun. Ogun is 20. 30, Ogbon. 40, Ogoji. Ogoji means Ogun Meji, which means 20 times 2. That's where you got 40 from, which is mathematical. So Ogoji. 50, Àádọ́ta. 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 50. 60, Ọgọ́ta. Ọgọ́ta. Ọgọ́ta simply means Ogun Mẹ́ta. That's Ogun multiplied by 3. It's equal to 60. Ọgọ́ta. So 70, Àádọ́rin. Àádọ́rin. 80, Ọgọ́rin. Ọgọ́rin means 20. Ogún mẹ́rin, 20 multiplied by 4. Ogún mẹ́rin, which means 80. Ogún mẹ́rin. Àádọ́rùn, 90. Àádọ́rùn, 90. And then ọgọ́rùn, 100. Ọgọ́rùn means ogún márùn. Ogún multiplied by 5, which is equal to 100. That's the way it is called. That is the way. So these are from 20 to 100. Now, let's say you want to say 21, 22. How is that done? So let's rub this first. I'm going to show you how this is done. So now 21, for example, let me look at the next slide. Okay. So if you want to say 21, Ogun, Okan, you see? So this is where we use the feminine values now. When you want to round trip, this is the round tripping values. So Ogun Okan, Ogun Eji, Ogun Eta, Ogun Erin, Ogun Arun, Ogun Efa, Ogun Eje, Ogun Ejo, Ogun Esan. And then after 29 is 30. Go down, go to 30. And then you start round tripping again. Ogbon, Okan, Ogbon, Eji, Ogbon, Eta, like that, until you get to 90, which is Àádọ́rùn, Okan, Àádọ́rùn, Eji, Àádọ́rùn, Eta, Àádọ́rùn, Erin, Àádọ́rùn, Àrùn, Àádọ́rùn, Ẹ̀fà, Àádọ́rùn, Eje, Àádọ́rùn, Ẹ̀jọ, and then 100. That's the way it's, so that's from 20 to 100. That's the way it's done. So now let's go from 100 to 120. 100 to 120. 100 to 120. Let's count. So we have, here is 110. By the way, we counted from, we counted up to 100. So this is 110 is ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ẹ̀wá. You can see that feminine value again. Àti means plus or with. That's what it means. Àti plus or with. In addition to. So when you say ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ẹ̀wá, 100 plus 10. This is 110. Now, 111. Remember that 11 is ọ̀kànlá. So this is ọgọ́rùn-ún ọ̀kànlá, 111. The same 112, ọgọ́rùn-ún èjìlá, 113, ọgọ́rùn-ún ẹ̀tàlá, 114, ọgọ́rùn-ún ẹ̀rìnlá, 115, ọgọ́rùn-ún àrùnlá, 116, ọgọ́rùn-ún ẹ̀fàlá, 117, ọgọ́rùn-ún èjìlá, 118, ọgọ́rùn-ún ẹ̀jọ̀lá, 119, ọgọ́rùn-ún ẹ̀sànlá, 120, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ogún. You can see that àti again. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ogún. So that is the way it's done. That's the way it's done. So let's look at the next slide. In this slide, we're going to count from 121 to 200. So 121, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ogún ọ̀kan. Ogún ọ̀kan is 21. This is 100 plus 21, 121. Then this is 122, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ogún èjì. Look at 130. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgbọ̀n. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgbọ̀n. 133. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgbọ̀n ẹ̀ta. Ọgbọ̀n ẹ̀ta, 33. 100 plus 33. Now, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgbọ̀n ẹ̀rin, 134. 140. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ogójì. 145, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ogójì àrún. 45, ogójì àrún. 150, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti àádọ́ta. Àádọ́ta. Àádọ́ta means 50. So let's count again from 160 now. 160 is ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgọ́ta. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgọ́ta. 167, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgọ́ta èje. Ọgọ́ta èje, 67. 170, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti àádọ́rin. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti àádọ́rin. 178, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti àádọ́rin ẹ̀jọ. Àádọ́rin ẹ̀jọ. 180, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgọ́rin. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgọ́rin. 189, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ọgọ́rin ẹ̀sán. 89, ọgọ́rin ẹ̀sán. 189. 190, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti àádọ́rùn. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti àádọ́rùn. That's 190. And then 199, ọgọ́rùn-ún àti àádọ́rùn ẹ̀sán. Àádọ́rùn ẹ̀sán, 99. 99. And then 200, ọgọ́rùn méjì. Ọgọ́rùn méjì. That's 200. So let's go to the next slide. This slide, we're going to count from 200 to 1,000. So 201, ọgọ́rùn méjì àti ọ̀kan. Ọ̀kan. 211, ọgọ́rùn méjì ọ̀kànlá. Ọgọ́rùn méjì ọ̀kànlá. Just like if you have 212, you have ọgọ́rùn méjì èjìlá. If you have 213, ọgọ́rùn méjì ẹ̀tàlá. 214, ọgọ́rùn-ún méjì ẹ̀rìnlá, up to when you get to 300, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́ta. 315, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́ta àrùnlá, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́ta àrùnlá. 320, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́ta àti ogún, àti ogún. 329, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́ta àti ogún ọ̀kan, ogún ẹ̀sán, ogún ẹ̀sán. 329, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́ta àti ogún ẹ̀sán. 430, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́rin. 400 is ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́rin. So you have ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́rin àti ọgbọ̀n. 435, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́rin àti ọgbọ̀n àrún, ọgbọ̀n àrún, 35. So 435. 544, ọgọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún àti ogójì ẹ̀rin, ọgọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún, 500 àti ogójì ẹ̀rin. 656, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́fà, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́fà àti àádọ́ta ẹ̀fà, àádọ́ta ẹ̀fà. 767, ọgọ́rùn-ún méje, ọgọ́rùn-ún méje àti ọgọ́ta èje, ọgọ́ta èje, 67, 767. 888, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́jọ àti ọgọ́rin ẹ̀jọ, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́jọ, 800, àti plus ọgọ́rin ẹ̀jọ, 88. 999, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́sàn-án, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́sàn-án, 900, and àádọ́rùn ẹ̀sán, àádọ́rùn ẹ̀sán. 1000, ẹgbẹ̀rún kan, ẹgbẹ̀rún kan, 1000. That's the way it's counted. That's the way it's counted. Let's go to the next slide. And I'm going to show you from, let's count up to 10,000 now. 10,000. So 1,100. Ẹgbẹ̀rún kan àti ọgọ́rùn. 1,100. Ẹgbẹ̀rún kan àti ọgọ́rùn. 1,250. Ẹgbẹ̀rún kan. Ọgọ́rùn méjì. Can see ẹgbẹ̀rún kan. Ọgọ́rùn méjì. 250. Ọgọ́rùn méjì àti àádọ́ta. 1250. What about 1914? Ẹgbẹ̀rún kan. Ọgọ́rùn mẹ́sàn-án. 100 and àti ẹ̀rìnlá. See? 1,914. Àti ẹ̀rìnlá. 1,937. Ẹgbẹ̀rún kan. Ọgọ́rùn mẹ́sàn-án àti ọgbọ̀n èje. 37. Ọgbọ̀n èje. 2,000. Ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì. Ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì. 2006. Ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì àti ẹ̀fà. 2006. 2245. Ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì. Ọgọ́rùn méjì àti ogójì àrún. Ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì, 2,000. Ọgọ́rùn méjì àti ogójì àrún. 45. What about 3578? Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́ta. Ọgọ́rùn márùn àti àádọ́rin ẹ̀jọ. 78. What about 9999? That is ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́sàn-án. Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́sàn-án. Ọgọ́rùn mẹ́sàn-án àti àádọ́rùn ẹ̀sán. 99. Àádọ́rùn ẹ̀sán. And then 10,000. Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá. Mẹ́wàá. 10. So let's go to the next slide. So you will notice in the last two slides that we've been using me. You can see mẹ́ta, méjì, mẹ́sàn-án, mẹ́wàá. You can see that M. Let me tell you what that is. So when you want to count in Yoruba, when you say how many are there, you cannot say it's èjì. You say it's méjì. So you use M, which I call the melanin figure. Melanin in the sense that when you say mélòó, you say it's mẹ́fà, it's méje, mẹ́jọ, mọ́kànlá, méjìlá, mẹ́tàlá. You use that me. So, and that is the way it is used. That is the way it is. You use the melanin. So if you want to say something is 2, you don't say èjì ni, you say méjì ni. If it's 3, you say mẹ́ta. If it's 4, you say mẹ́rin. If it's 5, you say márùn. If it's 6, you say mẹ́fà. 7, you say méje. 8, mẹ́jọ. 9, mẹ́sàn-án. 10, mẹ́wàá. You can also say mọ́kànlá. Mọ́kànlá. 11. Méjìlá. 12. Mẹ́tàlá. 13. Mẹ́rìnlá. 14. Like that, like that, like that. Until you get to 9. Mẹ́sànlá. Mẹ́sànlá. 9. 19, I mean. 19. Mẹ́sànlá. But when you get to ogún, you just say ogún. There's no M there. Just say ogún, ọgbọ̀n. Like that. But anything between 1 to 20, or 1 to 19, you use the melanin. You use the melanin cache to catch it. That's the way that is used. So let's go to the next slide. We're going to count now up to 100,000. So what is 10,500? 10,000. Straight away, that's ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá. 10,000. Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá. 500 is ọgọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún. So ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá àti ọgọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún. 10,500. What was 10,754? Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá. Then ọgọ́rùn-ún méje. You can see 700 here. And 54 àti àádọ́rin. Àádọ́ta ẹ̀rin. 54 àádọ́ta ẹ̀rin. 20,000. Ogún ẹgbẹ̀rún. Ogún ẹgbẹ̀rún. Now you don't say ẹgbẹ̀rún ogún, because I know where we say ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá, but here you don't say ẹgbẹ̀rún ogún, you say ogún ẹgbẹ̀rún. You know, there's a reverse there. So ogún ẹgbẹ̀rún, ọgbọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀rún, àádọ́ta ẹgbẹ̀rún, àádọ́rin ẹgbẹ̀rún, àádọ́rùn ẹgbẹ̀rún, ọgọ́rùn ẹgbẹ̀rún. That's the way to say it. You don't say ẹgbẹ̀rún ọgọ́rùn. So, but let's count anyway. So ogún ẹgbẹ̀rún, that's 20,000. 21,000, ogún ọ̀kan ẹgbẹ̀rún. 29,000, ogún ẹ̀sán ẹgbẹ̀rún. 29,100, ogún ẹ̀sán ẹgbẹ̀rún àti ọgọ́rùn-ún kan. Ọgọ́rùn-ún kan, which is 100. 29,457, ogún ẹ̀sán ẹgbẹ̀rún. Ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́rin, this is here, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́rin àti àádọ́ta èje, 57. 30,000, ọgbọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀rún. 40,000, ogójì ẹgbẹ̀rún. 90,000, àádọ́rùn ẹgbẹ̀rún. 100,000, ọgọ́rùn ẹgbẹ̀rún. I That is how counting is made. Okay, so let's go on the next slide. Let's now count up to 1 million. So what is 100,500? 100,000 straight away is ọgọ́rùn-ún ẹgbẹ̀rún. Ọgọ́rùn-ún ẹgbẹ̀rún àti ọgọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún. Ọgọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún. This is the ọgọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún. 110,000. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ẹ̀wá ẹgbẹ̀rún. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ẹ̀wá. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ẹ̀wá ẹgbẹ̀rún. What about 110,419? Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti ẹ̀wá ẹgbẹ̀rún. Then ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́rin ẹ̀sánlá 419. Ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́rin ẹ̀sánlá. What about 150,000? Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti àádọ́ta ẹgbẹ̀rún. Ọgọ́rùn-ún àti àádọ́ta ẹgbẹ̀rún. What about 200,000? Ọgọ́rùn-ún méjì ẹgbẹ̀rún. 550,000. Ọgọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún àti àádọ́ta 550 ẹgbẹ̀rún. 999. What is that in Yoruba? So this is ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́sàn-án ẹgbẹ̀rún. So, but because there's 99, ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́sàn-án àti àádọ́rùn-ún ẹ̀sán 999 ẹgbẹ̀rún. 999,000. Then ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́sàn-án àti àádọ́rùn-ún ẹ̀sán. That is the way it's counted. Then 1 million is million kan. Million kan. 1 million. That is the way we count in digital Yoruba literature. So in the next slide, I want to show you about dates. Dates, which is very important. How do we show dating? Or how do we show our dates? So what is the year 1000? It's ọdún ẹgbẹ̀rún kan. Ọdún ẹgbẹ̀rún kan. Year 1011. Ọdún ẹ̀wá ọ̀kànlá. Ẹ̀wá ọ̀kànlá. 1011. Ẹ̀wá ọ̀kànlá. You can see how we use all those, feminine values. Ọdún 1100. Ọdún ọ̀kànlá ọgọ́rùn-ún. 1100. Ọ̀kànlá ọgọ́rùn-ún. 1100. Ọdún, what about 1250? Èjìlá àádọ́ta. Èjìlá àádọ́ta. Èjìlá àádọ́ta. What about 1960? Ẹ̀sánlá ọgọ́ta. Ẹ̀sánlá ọgọ́ta. What about 1937? Ẹ̀sánlá, again, ọgbọ̀n èje. That's 7. Ọgbọ̀n èje. What about year 2000? Ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì. Ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì. Ẹgbẹ̀rún méjì. What about 2010? Ogún ẹ̀wá. Ogún ẹ̀wá. Ogún ẹ̀wá. What about 2019? Ogún ẹ̀sánlá. Ogún ẹ̀sánlá. What about 1914? Ọdún ẹ̀sánlá ẹ̀rìnlá. 19 ẹ̀sánlá. 14 ẹ̀rìnlá. What about 2026? This is the current year that we are. Ogún ẹ̀fà. Ogún ẹ̀fà. That is the way digital Yoruba deals with dates and dating. The next slide, I'm going to show you colors. Colors. This is not numbering. It's not part of counting, but I just want to show you different colors. How colors are referred to in Yoruba language. So we have black, dúdú. It means black. Funfun, white. pupa, red. Aluko, purple, purple. Rusu, rusu, yellow. Eru, eru, ash color. Igi, brown. Ewe, green. Ojú ọ̀run, that is the sky. Ojú ọ̀run, that's blue color. Orombo, orange color. That is how Yoruba refer to colors. So let me just show you the books that are available. The book that I'm reading from is called Digital Yoruba, Learn to Speak Yoruba Language. This is the book that I'm reading from. You will enjoy this book. And this book is on my website, www.thejolaya.com. You will see, you can get a copy from amazon.com, but the link is on my webpage. The book contains about 256 verbs and also about 5,000 vocabularies, 5,000 word of vocabulary with a lot of proverbs. It will help you to hit the ground running. Okay. Another book you want in your library is the Dictionary for Yoruba Language. Yoruba Dictionary. It's about 200,000 words, and there are hardly any word in Yoruba that you will not find in the book. And this is also good for your library. Another book is 1,000 Yoruba Proverbs. As it says, there are 1,000 proverbs in that book, and it will show you the mindset of Yoruba people, how Yoruba people think, how they react to things. So that's 1,000 Yoruba Proverbs. And there's also 1,000 Yoruba names. As it says, there are 1,000 names there. So if you have a name, you want to find out the meaning of your name, or you want to give a name to your child, this is the book that you need. There are 3 other books that I want to show you. There is Ariwoja. Ariwoja. This is a novel that is written by me. This is the first novel written in digital Yoruba. It's about 400 pages. You will really enjoy it. It will teach you to learn Yoruba by reading the novels. So if you have this one and you have a dictionary beside you, you hit the ground running and you'll be speaking Yoruba like a professional within weeks. This is second book also written by myself. This is Bible. It's a little Bible. It's Bible stories. The stories of David, of Solomon, of Moses, of Joshua. All those, patriarchal stories are all in this book. And it's just to teach you, to speak Yoruba by reading Yoruba. And it's also written in digital Yoruba. And this last book is the handbook of digital Yoruba. If you are already speaking Yoruba, but you want to learn to write digital Yoruba, this is the book. This is the methodology of how the accents on Yoruba language is translated into alphabet, so that you can have a seamless, very neat literature. So this is the book, the handbook of digital Yoruba. So thank you for watching so far. So if you want to check my works, you can go to my website, www.thejolaya.com. You can see all my works, you can see all my books. There are links to everything that I've done. You'll be very blessed that you visit that site. On YouTube, if you want to watch my videos, you can find the digital Yoruba videos on youtube.com/@digital Yoruba. On Facebook, I'm on facebook.com/digital Yoruba. If you want to email me, maybe you want to for some collaboration, or there's something you want to ask me, you can always text me. You can send me an email on thejolaya@msn.com. And I promise that I will respond within a few days, to answer your query. So in the next video, I'm going to be showing you about 100 nouns, 100 major nouns that you need to know in Yoruba language. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. God bless you and goodbye.